Ooh, the infinite. Okay, so I decided tonight I'm gonna figure out how game playability system works. Uh, I, or ahead of time, I set up a thing with like character and just kind of basic movement. And the goal tonight is to have an ability set where I can track some abilities, some stats, and maybe gameplay effect that changes depending on what those stats are. I'll see if I get that far. Now, the problem is, this is a nice, painful method of watching me read things. um, let's take a look. I'm just going to go on my phone. So one thing I've got is this is a C++ project, so I do have C++ classes. I know I needed to set up my character class as a C++ character, so I've got that. And then I have the blueprint based on this, and then I'll be adding some C++ stuff into there. Will it be useful to put this on the screen? It's just a gas documentation. Here we go. Why don't we do this first? Text. And then I'll type in secrets in progress. There we go. Oh, I don't know how to use OBS apparently. There we go, secrets in progress. So I'm gonna go and log into GitHub. I don't think I need to log in, but let's take a look. So just give me a second while I double check if I actually log in. Oh no, I'm dumb. Oh wait, there's a weird thing. Hold on. Stop. GitHub.com. So I don't know if it's my like Firefox in particular, but the front page of GitHub never stops loading for me anymore. But if I go straight to my profile, it seems to work okay. Like I said, I'm doing this with the screen off so you don't see my thingamabob. And I'm going to finally tell my web browser to remember my login. All right, here we go. So one thing I started recently is the gas stuff. So there's a good example here. And then there's one I started ages ago and it's just been updated since. Yes. Documentation. So this is what I'm going to be working on from. So there's the gas example, gas documentation. So there's going to be some C++ in this. So let's start with the documentation and set up the project in the first place. I've set up the gameplay ability system plugin. So if you don't know where that is, you go into your plugins, and this is essentially like the things you want to have work on here in your project. So I've added. Oh, I haven't added gameplay abilities. Great. So let's add that now. There, you get to see next step. And then I'm gonna restart this manually. I don't know why sometimes when you push that button, it like doesn't quite work. I don't actually need it open to do this, so we can do this part here. So if you go over here, I actually have the code set up here, and there should be the build, select UI online, and enhance input, and we need to add on to this the fact that we're going to use gameplay abilities, gameplay tags, and gameplay tasks. There we go. And save. And then we don't have to, we're using 5.4, so we won't have to do step 4. But let's get our UE up and running. I'm running on Linux. So one thing that's wacky about Linux is the documentation for Unreal, like using Unreal Editor on their website. Most of it assumes you're building Unreal Editor from source. So it's got all these steps for getting it all working with like Visual Studio Code or like, C++. You have to do all this stuff. And if you go and download it, you don't have to do any of it. It just works. So don't bother doing anything. If there's a thing that says set up Unreal Editor, no, just ignore all of it. Let's see. Is there a thing to do refresh on here? Do I remember where that is? Would that be too useful for me? Because, let me just double check. Oh, and then Linux. Don't ask me why. It's always, you have to say Linux. Oh, I remember. Sorry, I don't even have to look. It's Linux, so obviously it's going to be a bash script. No, I don't want to look at it. I just want to run it. Oh, you. Oh, you. Okay, I'm just going to not do it and hope they're smart enough to have done it for me. We'll see if it works later or not. All right. So add an ASC, an attribute to your character, or player state, and start making gameplay abilities and gameplay effects. Before, this was a lot more of a pain in the ass. All right, so we've got All right. Here we go. Set up an initializer constructing owner actor's constructor explicitly marked replicated. Owner actor is going to be put this on my character. Do I put this on my character, folks? Is that where it should go? That's all I have. Let's put it there. All right. So player control characters where the ASU lives on the pawn and typically can initialize the server in the pawns possessed by and initialize a client on the player controller's acknowledged possession. ASU is constructed in owners replicated. This must be done in C++. So we've got a ability system component and that. So what I'm going to do is hop over to here and we're going to see, oh, not content, source. We're going to see how this example does it. Oh, look, it's not in here. Character. Player character. That's a blueprint. That's no good. Source, guest example. Characters. Player character. So do we add the ASC in here? They are setting it there. So if we will go back to this guy, he's saying, so the problem is I've done this really simply. I don't have all this stuff. So it's kind of annoying that this is like the way everybody wants to do it. Sucky. All right. I typically in the server. Player state exists on the client. Player state exists on the client. Do we remember how to? I used to know how to like get things to stay on. It's not pin tab. There it is. I knew it was on top somewhere. All right. I have to shrink this because it's taller than the screen. All right. Which one are we going to pick to do? Are we going to do this by just dropping it in here, player state? I don't have a player state. All right. Let's not player state. It's about that particular constructor. So let's go into the constructor, guest character, tick every frame. Sure. Let's add this. Let's pretend I know how to make things big and small, but I don't, apparently. All right. I can make this big and small, though. That's easy. So we've got add the ability system component in here. And I'm sure I have to add some sort of import. I would be surprised if I didn't. Let's see if I'll be surprised. Save. Can I rebuild it? I don't know how to rebuild things. And C++ and MIUI. I get, well, I mean, that doesn't, it didn't crash, but I don't know if it, like, rebuilt it. Let's go look up this simple task. UE5 Linux recompile C++. C equals. It's not as good as C++. How do you recompile the project? Do I do it in code? Do it in code. Oh, okay. Let's do that. So get this. We got this. Where is the button? It's down here. Run and debug extensions. We've done that. Redid that. Cancel. All right, and let's launch. We don't want to launch. We want to just build. Feel like it doesn't realize I've got C++, but it should. It should, right? Um, Maybe I need to do something drastic, like install the C++. Oh, I feel like that's a bad idea. Let's double check. This guy's having bigger problems than ooh, not tonight. Building and launching projects. Should I just run it and I'll build it? Let's just run it and hope it builds it. All right. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Thank you. No, thank you. Oh, okay. And it says the problem is oh, really? All right. A. It didn't crash. What if I do it for test? Maybe it's trying to hook in when it shouldn't be. Oh. Uh, this engine configuration. So I can't do development. I can't do test. Can I do shipping? I can. It's building. Maybe I'm just impatient. So yeah, the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna restart this since I made this change in here. I've got that. Oh, I broke it. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, there. It's C++. So there we go. That's what I thought. That's good because that's the error I thought it would be. That's exactly what I thought it would be. Okay, so where do I head it up? See, that's the thing. It's like, oh, do this, but it's like, dude, I know how C++ works. You gotta have like some sort of import, right? Right? Am I nuts? Do I need to import? Yeah, probably. Why has he got a custom one? Why, if you're making an example, why are you making more like custom shit? Ability system component. What makes his more so special? What I really need is this guy, right? And we'll see if that's the line that we're missing. I love how neither of these little tutorials have suggested that as a thing to do so far. Let's see what he does, because this guy does a thing. I don't know if this project isn't just that, is it? It's got a whole. No, I didn't. Maybe I need to add something to the H. Maybe I have to add this to the H. Def. All right. There's little things like that are like Unreal specific. All right, so it still doesn't know what that is, where it came from, and how it relates to my like project, which sucks. Okay, this is his example. Okay, I know these things, but that's not the setup, is it? Let's hop back into the source for this because he says he's doing it. Source, documentation, public, characters, character base, H. You've got ability system base H. Suspicious he doesn't have any actual like. Oh, he's put it in here, hasn't he? Because he's a weirdo. Yeah. Okay. He's done weird things with his life. All right. So he's pulling that there. So in here, we've got gameplay system interface in mine. I've got gameplay system component. Dude, stop like saying two things. You see how like this thing has like a different thing here than over there? We changes derived attributes. Yeah. But that's farther on. That's like would you believe that at some point years ago I had this all set up already? And now I've lost all that knowledge. Let's look at these guys. All right, we've got gameplay ability system. We know how that works. Charge attack example. Gameplay ability. Gameplay view. Gameplay facts. Oh, but this doesn't help me either. It wouldn't be so bad if he like used the ability system that comes in. I think. All right, I've been avoiding doing like YouTubes, but I think I might have to. But no one wants to watch somebody else's YouTube on my YouTube, so give me a second. So what we need to do is figure out where to put this. All I gotta do is add this one freaking piece of code. In here and have it compile. Yes, I know as a programmer, you know this is borderline impossible. But it's what I gotta do with my life, you know what I mean? And just gonna double check if I have. Where's you? Unreal Editor is closed. I don't remember doing that, but whatever. There's a thing in here we can use. I think it does watch and compile. Here, and then I think it's live. No. Coding. Nope. I swear it was up here, but maybe I am wrong. It's not project setting, is it? Live. Nope. Editor preference. Live. Nope. World preference. Nope. Um, and it's input and experimental performance source code. It's in here somewhere. Nope. That's not it. I swear I saw where that thing was. Where's yeah, okay, yeah, how to just a checkbox. I just saw it. Editor preferences, general. Is it? Oh, I'm an idiot. It's on the side, but not on mine. Oh well. Did I mention the Unreal documentation can be slow to update? Here we go. Hot reload. Newly added C++ cat. Compile error. You think that'll like recompile when I like reopen it or edit it? Okay, give me a second. Let me go back to trying to add this component. Let's do this a different way. We've got this, we've got this. We're going to delete that. Delete that. Put this back to how it was when we found it. That's the thing. When I remember years ago, it was not this hard. Why it's this hard now, I'm not sure. So looking on other sources, it does it the way I remember, which is setting it up in here. So this will make it visible on UE editor. I remember that part. And I just have to remember this is C++. So this is going to be if it's like a Unreal class from Epic as part of the Unreal Engine, it'll always have a U in it because 90s. So we've got it declared here, and then now we should be able to set it over here. All I gotta do is remember if I need to import anything or not. So we can put, this is where, now that I've got that declared over there, I can hop back over here and steal our guy. Why can't you just like, oh, of course, but I, in my infinite wisdom, closed the, oh no, here it is, here it is. So now we can re-grab this guy. And drop it in here. Because now that should be enough to declare it properly. It isn't, but whatever. Unable to find class with name view ability alpha, fuck's sakes. Let's see if I need to. That's in here, right? Probably have to add it into here somewhere. I find it really frustrating how every tutorial I'm finding forgets to tell you what imports to import. Because, you know, that's the part that you have to import. And now I have to do things like try and read these things off of my phone screen because it's just people doing videos. All right, let's head back to this example. We'll head back into the actual, inside the example. We have, that's the thing this is the thing I hate, where it doesn't look like the original thing. Oh, but we can do it. Let's do it. Let's do one of these, right? I'll bet we have to do that, right? We have to do this somewhere. I don't think I actually need that. Or I misspelled component. One or the other. Let's find out if it's that or it's the other one. Forward declaration. No. Let's go back to the top. Use of undeclared identifier ability system component. Did you mean ability system component? No. I meant ability system component. Because my ability to push the O button is small. Component. Okay. Yeah, I know. Nice. unknown type UDG UGD. Did I mistype again? Where did this come from? Guest character, line 12. .cpp, line 12, ability system component. Oh, he's got his custom one in there. I don't know why people keep making custom shit and saying, yes, this is a tutorial for how to use the system as presented. And it's like, oh, I also threw a bunch of custom stuff in here, so my tutorial doesn't actually like apply to you. The thing is, include system abilities. The thing is, let's take out this one because it doesn't like this. That's done. Boom. Let's take out, let's in, well, I can't even remember how to do that. Include, and then the ability system component. I think it's just a .h, but I have to double check. Ability system component .h. Going farther. Hey, look at this. It ran. Debug by CPP TBG is not supported. That's fine. Cancel. All right, all right, all right. So it compiled. Ha 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 ha. Does Unreal Engine know it's compiled? Let's take a look. Who knows? All right. We're definitely on a track now. We've got that system component in there, compiling. I'm just gonna double check. Okay. So I'm following a tutorial on my phone. Why don't we, should I put it on the screen? Somebody else's content, but let's get it. I feel uneasy just being the guy who watches somebody else's thing, but oh, abilities. So watching that lets me look at this one and understand this one. Isn't that weird? Okay, so what he's done, not this one, that one's fucking. All right, so we're gonna add this guy here. And we are going to implement this interface. This seems like a more proper way that I used to initialize this ability system down by age. I don't have that, but that's your thing. So I'm not going to bother with it. Implement ability system interface used by ability system component. Let's do that. Bam, 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 bam. And that was in public, right? Save. This event is fired after ability is finished. Create supporting ability this character. But we set this in on locally and then puts on possessed server side. So why don't we do this? So we'll go. We've got that. We've got that. Let's do this guy. I know what this is about. So one thing that will happen, I don't know what that's about. We'll do it anyways, and if it sucks, it'll suck. Let's see if that compiles. I'll let it sit for a bit. Okay, it doesn't like some stuff. Doesn't like this one. What's it like? Doesn't like it's marked override, but it does not override any member functions. Ability system interface. Oh wait, I have to like declare that's doing that, don't I? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm starting to. Oh, it works. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay. I'm starting to remember how to use computers. Who the thunk? Oh, that's no good. It's a linker error. That's no good. Oh, no. That's all right. Would you like to eat? Sure. All right, so we've got this. Look at this. Look at this. I have to actually overwrite it over here. So let's hop over here. That's just complaining about. It's not a linker error. It's a I didn't do this. So this is what I expect. And they must. I hate when they do that. It's, you know, sometimes with an example, I know you want to like have it. Oh, this is the best it can be, but also. Oh, that's no good. Yeah. Also, you kind of need it to like. Hey, let's try this because I have a computer. I should be able to go implement this. But I can't, so who cares? All right, let's drop this in here. So all this is doing is implementing that interface that I forgot to implement. And then I'm going to push launch and see if it builds. And hop over here and see where we are. So we've got that. We've got this. Oh. And we undeclared use of a character base. A character base. And it's in here. Ability system with a character base const. Because it's a guest character. That's what happens when you copy paste stuff. You get weird stuff like that. Let's keep that going while I read this. So we've got this, we've got this, we've got this. We've got the character base, which has the stuff. We've got the character base CPP that just has this. That's why that's a good compile. He's got his character. I'm going to ignore that. Character base. So it's basing it off of this. This is input stuff, ignore it. Called on a server to acknowledge possession of this character, and call in the client when it's saying, all right, let's do these two. Let's hop them, let's drop them in ours, and we'll do it the way he does it. Because I can't argue with it, to be honest. Are they protected? They're protected. They're protected. I can't copy properly. There we go. And there's nothing that's on that. And player character CPP, and those are for those. Here's his possessed by and player state. We'll copy these and we will double check for stuff that's specifically for his. So on here we have a player character. But this is for guest character controller. That's you Unreal System 1. Let's see, possessed by, yeah. Custom ability system control component. That's dumb. Just freaking use the one that says available to you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, so that's doing that bit there. Ability system component. And this is for his weird thing. If it's one of the weird things is what it was. Okay. So we can actually boop, screw you. All right. Use get ability. Possessed by. All right, new controller equals that, and then on rep player state, this is all for his thing. I believe. Okay, so how he's got it, and I think he's got it here as well, where for player control characters or the lives on the pawn. Character base possessed by controller. If let's roll with this, guys. Code in this way. This one. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Ability system component, ability actor info, this, and then mixer controller, which is what we'll probably be setting, and then player state, and you typically initialize the server in the pawns possessed by function and initialize client where player state function. This ensures player state exists on the client. So he's got I'm not using a player state. I'm putting it here, so acknowledge possession is probably the best way to do it. What's in the controller base? Oh, guys. All right, let's go back to this guy because this guy's. Let's just do it his way. I'm not gonna like argue with like two different ways. We know all that stuff is about input. We know all this stuff. So ability system component, pointer using ability system globals, the player state as a reference, if, and so this is if this casts properly, do this. But we're not using that, so to hell with it. So this actually simplifies this code all the way down to this, which is make sure they're done properly. I think that's the best way to do it. If it weren't for the fact that throws an error. Use of undeclared variability system globals. Aha, and which we import right here. It's only been an hour. We're good. That's a lot of red. Let's start at the top. Can now initially use parameter of const actor with an R value of player state. Player state is not defined before declared here. Convert player state. So player character, player state, game framework player state. That's not one of his. That's despite the look, game framework is something about as is like a Unreal one. I forget exactly what part of it is. I think it's like Lyra related, kind of like you know where like essentially like Epic didn't make any games for a very long time, and so a lot of the stuff in Unreal Engine is based kind of looks the same as it has since like Unreal Tournament 3. Um, and so the game framework is a thing that they made to improve making games for the next time they made a game, which was Fortnite. And if you do the math between Fortnite and Unreal Tournament 3, that's a long time. There's a lot of lessons learned in there, and that compiled just fine. So we've got that. We probably have that on there. So let's see. Let's see, where's our files? Where's our files? And I think this one. That's not it. Yay, it's the terminal. And we're gonna go here. And we're gonna copy, go back in the terminal and paste. And then I'm gonna go space game and go. That's right, we're gonna go into the other window. Can we copy the yeah, that's what I want. Oh, that doesn't help. That's where we are. I can do that up here. All right. That space. Paste. Oh no, it's all wacky. I remember trying to run this before. Eh. Oh. Thank you. That's what I was trying to do. Oh, it's Saki. Build batch files is not a direct. It's a directory. That's right, because I need to actually um run an actual and we're gonna generate uh project files. Hey, that worked. I should make some sort of like macro or something like that for that. Does this like magically work now? Does it have things on it? Is it like probably not? That'd be too good. That'd be too like, you know, makes sensey. No, we've got other shit to do. Assuming it loaded properly. Who knows? All right. Size map. Okay. Maybe if I give it a refresh. I should probably figure out how to tell Linux to open this with this. Open with. Oh. uh, Zoom. Oh, it's not on there. Oh, great. Fantastic. What a useful thing. All right, that's all right. It's not like I can't like double click on something. Cancel. Okay, there's our thing again. Load this up. Nothing new on here, right? Because that would be silly if it just magically showed up. Class settings. Parent class guest character. Let's close this for now. All right. I know I have a little bit more Unreal. I think I have more C++ to do. All right, so we've got this thing on here. Okay. So if I did it right, it would show up over here. It did not show up over here. So we have a problem. View character mesh. What have I done wrong? It compiles. I mean, it compiles. It wouldn't be this shit. Weird. All right. See, that's the same as I have. It has a different show only inner properties. Ability system. Yeah, because that's just like, that's our choice to name gameplay ability system. Meta equals, he's got a different one than this guy. So that's, I got that one from another one. He's got show only inner properties. I'm willing to give that one a shot. I don't think it'll change anything because it should have the whole thing there, right? Only something wacky, like I have to have this done and then go into the other thing. But that doesn't make any sense. Gameplay ability system. While that's doing that, before it inevitably takes away my we did that. We got that, we got that, we've got that, I've got that. There's nothing in here. we don't have. Is this it? I don't think that's it. It's like, let's, let's try it. What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen? The thing is, even if I get it running, it doesn't actually like help me because I need Unreal Engine to. Oh, that's a good. Give me this. Give me. Wait. What if I create a blueprint class based on this one? Name my guest character. That's fine with me. We'll dump it in here. Does this one have one? No, it doesn't have one. It should be here as a component. My guest character. This isn't the same. It should have one of its own already. I shouldn't have to like add it over here. Core actor component for interfacing with the gameplay ability system. Okay, let's close that. Only everything on my computer stopped. So I guess that's a thing. Um, just reloading Unreal Editor now, and we'll see what happens. Uh, I'm highly suspicious. I'm pretty sure. Uh, ooh, I'm pretty sure this guy, this whole compiling thing isn't working right. I might have to actually put VS Code on here. I've been avoiding it. I usually use the cleaned one. Um, let's try it out just in case. What's the worst that can happen? Everybody knows everything I know I do with my life. What a sad day. What a sad, sad day, right? All right, I'm gonna delete this because it doesn't have the thing on. I'm gonna open this, and it doesn't have the thing on it. So there's definitely some stuff not getting generated or done or whatever. Installing 98%. I'm not gonna open it. Shut up. I'll only open it when I need to. Go into the matrix. The Unreal Matrix. There we go. We'll see if actually using actual VS Code is any better than using. Oh, is it because this thing got reset? No, it didn't get reset, right? Finished asset discovery. All right, and then can I finally go into editor? Mode. General. Source code. Okay. Loading and saving. Source control. No. Perforce. Oh. Well, that didn't work either. Just gonna double check if. Yes, I know. It's working on it. If we do, just close. UE5 Linux live coding. Wow. Hot reload on Linux. That's all I want. 2 years ago. Is there a button? Is there a button for it? And I never saw it. Am I that dumb? If I am that dumb, then I'm just gonna fucking uninstall this, I think. Thank you. This tea is very chocolatey. Okay, so let's see if there's another. There's supposedly a button somewhere on here for this, so let's try and see if we can get back on. Vision drive data trace command uppercut vision control view changes. That's too close. All the assets on derive data snapshot start tracing trace. I think they're talking bullshit. BC as in the character class, vision control, output log. Div against previous versions, spatial control. Use refresh all nodes, repeat looping, merge, open asset. Is that the button I was looking for? Who knows? Maybe I just broke everything. We'll find out in a minute. That certainly did not open anything in Visual Studio Code. I guess that doesn't actually do anything. All right, so apparently there should be a reload button somewhere, right? Right? Right. Um, gotta double check this. This will work. Does this work? Oh, it almost does. Okay. So there's supposed to be something to reload this. There isn't. Let's see. Oh, really? What's this? What? Why are you linking me to some random ass bullshit? A year later. None of this makes any sense. All right. Hot reload and live coding. So I guess I have hot reload on. If I remember seeing that setup. Right? Is it in here? It was miscellaneous, I think. Hot reload. Automatically compile newly added C++ classes. Plus. And this is what he's talking about up here. Automatically disabling the setting. Compile. Compile from your IE with your project. Open. Compile from compile button within Unreal Editor. Is there a compile button on the Unreal Editor? It's just super frustrating because it's like, you know, it's not picking it up. Compile? Nope. I don't know if it's because this. Wasn't there a thing where I could see? No, these would be classes. Okay, so pushing on Open Visual Studio Code didn't work, so I'm going to tell it to go away forever. It's not doing anything. Hop back into here. Don't think it needs to be there specifically. Gameplay ability system. Show only inner properties of two meta ability system component. And we're getting that line from in here, right? Oh, boo earns. Give me the thing. Thank you. Character based. H. New property. Ability system. Wow. Oh, because it's VS Codium, I haven't opened this. Oh my god. VS Codium. There we go. I'm going to use the thingy. Put it over there. I'm going to use the thingy. Put it back over there. All right. Right? That's what the other one, that's what his example shows. Get ability component, override. I got it in there and in there. So we know that it's like exists. We also have that in here. So create it, we return it. Let's see. Character base, character base, character. Maybe I'm doing something bad there. Possessed by, and rep state possessed by. Is that what I have? That is what I have. That is what I have. All right. And then there's supposed to be a button to let me refresh that, and there isn't, which so but we know that this button works. recompile there. This is supposed to like know. I'm not sure if it does know. Let's do our Bizarro paste. Yeah, that's exactly what it should be. All right. So it knows it's there. Parent class, guest character, guest character. That is that only false. Oops. Or click on this. I do not get anything about. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna double check where I should be looking at this thing. Ability system component, get ability system component. Yeah. If we go up here, the question is if we just add one. Like, do we need any of that? Is Unreal Engine 4 5.4 more up to date, and I can just add it down here. Let's find out. Let's pretend. Let's pretend. Let's pretend all of this was a waste of my fucking time. Though I have a feeling this is not going to work completely if I was to replicate it. But uh, oh yeah, I have to close the door. Um, Is there a I could make an attribute set. It doesn't seem to care. Bankcraft variable property none. That doesn't look right, does it? I don't know. It's a blueprint. Add variable. No, that's not what we want. Delete. Class settings, parent class, attribute set. No, I think we need to do some C++ for this work to work. So let's close it down and delete it. Yeah, I do. Whew. That sucks. I don't think this is working the way I want it to. It's not regenerating it here, I don't think, because it should be, like, I should be able to do something. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's go. Let's, here we go, here we go, here we go. Because I can. That's a category. There's no separate category in here though, right? This is the one I added, so I should be able to do this. But the thing is, I shouldn't be able to do that if it was in C++ like this, right? C++. This I added. This all came from this blueprint. Not this blueprint, but sorry, this class in C++. So if I go actually, I don't know how to do this. I was thinking maybe if I can just add something random and see if it appears, then I would know. But I don't know. So, rough. This is a thing that is supposed to be telling it that I have that in blueprint read only. This guy isn't even doing that. Use dependability system component. We know that part. Use to initialize ability system. But that's his, isn't it? Ability system data is his. Why do you have to add these things to like make it annoying? That's his. Oh, I lost my, there it is. character base, player character H, character base. So in character base H, player state. Using in putting it on the player state, ability system component, category ability system. But he's got the same stuff. That's the thing that like frustrates me. That he's got this line. It's exactly the same as my name. My line. Why don't we copy? Why don't we steal that? Though even though it should be like paste. Use his. See if it compiles. Can't edit anywhere, but it should be just stuck onto this, right? Like it shouldn't like need anything else. Did I open this? Who knows? Close it. And then if I go in here, and then save, close. Always a button of refresh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this stuff comes from. And why isn't it showing up in here? Because it's like, well, there it is. I closed something I didn't want to close. There it is. Components. And since it doesn't recognize any of that, even when I push the button, it just kind of works because it's the same as it was moments ago when I started this 2 hours ago. Hmm. Hmm. That kind of sucks. I think I have to go away and come back because this. I remember doing this part and it immediately like, bang, ta-da, there it is. It worked. So I don't know why now it doesn't work. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to this. I kind of was a lame sauce stream on a certain level because nothing happened. Um, but now you can see how weird it is right now. Anyways, thanks for showing up. If you did, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. But if you see this later, sorry for wasting your time. but at least maybe you can get an idea of how whack this can be, because it's like half C++ and it's half blueprints, but you have to have some stuff in C++, but it shows up in blueprints, unless you're me and it doesn't show up in blueprints. Hopefully I'll have this figured out by next week, and then we can return to it. Have a good one.